Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very exciting and special Oceania Cruises webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Manager here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. The webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Carrie Roach. As Frank Del Rio would say, Carrie sells boat rides, but rather, Carrie cultivates relationships and educates clients on the world's leading culinary and destination-focused cruise line. Along the way, she uncovers growth opportunities on both sides, those whom Carrie educates and inspires, and those who educate and inspire her. While studying literature at California State University and University of Texas at Dallas, Carrie's appreciation for literature movements spilled over into global humanities studies, the history, languages, religions, and overall culture. She had no idea all the dots would soon be connected. Her career started in the insurance industry, where sales felt like a very natural conversation. This led Carrie to Aetna Global, and that exposure to the international side of insurance then took her to Travelex Insurance in 2007 as a regional sales and marketing director. The connections and relationships with partners throughout the industry brought her straight to Oceania Cruises in 2016 as Director of Sales and Marketing. Carrie is married with 3 children, and you can always find her cooking global and family comfort dishes, watching football and volleyball, and researching a destination. Her next trip is to Ireland with her children, but Carrie's ultimate bucket list destination would be Southeast Asia, although she'd never turn down seeing other colors of the world. And with that, take it away, Carrie.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me today. I am so excited to share with you our latest updates and launch with Oceania Cruises. So without further ado, again, Carrie Roach, Director of Sales, and I know that I believe Trisha Wolf was to be here today. Unfortunately, she's not able to, so I am happy to step in and educate you on our latest launch. So we are back and better than ever. We are excited, and we have some new journeys for you. In the water, we just sailed August the 27th on our beautiful marina, and then we go into the Riviera with October 18th. It's coming out of Istanbul. Insignia will follow. Soon we will have our entire fleet back in the water, which is exactly our comfort zone, exactly where we belong, right? We also know what's in the forefront of your mind, which is, what are the protocols? How is this going to go? I will tell you that every single one of our crew and our staff and our guests are all vaccinated. We ask that you do be tested. We want everyone to be safe and assured that they are going to have an amazing experience on board Oceania Cruises. We have put in a couple of other measures. We've been quite busy with a lot of these things. We've had a lot of time to do it, right? To really use this advanced technology. So an online check-in 26 days prior to checking in. And then again, a touch point at 21 days, and then 72 hours. Then you're going to get your electronic boarding pass, and you'll have your pre-embarkation testing. All of this is very seamless, but it's a lot of these small but gradual improvements that we've made that really help us stay in the forefront of our industry. And that's part of what we believe, the Kaizen philosophy in the small and gradual change that comes along with our Oceania Next, which is continuing to better our ships, our service, and everything about our brand. One of the ways that we're doing that is really by giving back, in a sense, to what you, or responding to what you have told us is important. And one of those topics is enrichment. Our guests are audacious explorers, and they want to, they're sponges, and they want to absorb everything that they are able to learn. Knowing that, we have a hands-on photography workshop. We have an ancient wisdom in the modern day presentation, and we have a being an audacious explorer that's actually led by an archaeologist and former NFL cheerleader. So a lot of great things that are going on here at Oceania Cruises that we are very, very excited to roll out. But we are still staying true to our roots. Those of you that are familiar with our brand recognize that our 3 pillars of luxury have always and always will be small ship luxury, exquisitely crafted cuisine, and curated travel experiences. You know, the first time people sail with us is because we take them to some of the most quaint corners of the world. The reason that they return is because of our service, and we'll get to that in just a moment. So our fleet is made up of 6 ships, 2 classes of ships, our Regatta class ship, which holds 1,250 passengers, and then our Oceania class ship, which holds 1,250 passengers, and I'm sorry, our Regatta class ship holds just under 700. So we are small. We're able to get in and out of the boutique seaside village ports, but also our clients are sailing with a lot less people. And this is what they're really wanting right now. So the Regatta class is known for taking you again to some of the most quaint corners of the world. This really has sort of a cult following in that a lot of these people and guests get to know each other very, very well because they're sailing for a long time. This is also where we have our world cruise. But the Regatta class will take you to some of the tropics and the exotics as well. Now, when we get to the Oceania class, again, holding 1,250 passengers, you can see that our service standard is still amazing. The Oceania class will provide an enhanced experience on board. So here we are going to have the onboard cooking school. We're going to have La Reserve. We are going to have some of the art classes, and there's so much more to do on board the Oceania class, and this is where we do a lot of sailing the Med as well. And then we get to our Vista class, which we just rolled out 2 weeks ago. I'm telling you, it is spectacular. 1,200 total guests, and our guest to staff ratio, we've really tried to enhance our service. We have 2 staff members for every 3 guests. And we are so excited to provide this higher level of service to our clients that are returning to the seas with us after maybe a year and a half, right, of sailing, of not sailing with us. We are so, so excited. And you know, it's really that moment when you sail away that's important. It's the anticipation of discovery. It's the sheer wonder of all of the new encounters in the corners of the world that your clients have really dreamt of exploring. It's all the treasured places that you've longed to experience again, that your clients have longed to experience again. And it's the invitation to discover the next great adventure, right? I think it's a world from a new perspective. So the Vista was going to set sail in April 2023. It's a reflection of harmony and home, of the unexpected and the new perspectives. And I'll tell you, it's an absolutely beautiful addition to the Oceania Cruises family. We do have some new and enhanced features on board. The first is our Aquamar kitchen, which is absolutely beautiful. This is where you're going to find organic dishes. You're going to find really the farm to table feel here at the Aquamar kitchen. We have another steakhouse. I would say this is a cross between an American steakhouse with sort of a Napa Valley type vibe. We're very excited about Ember as well. Those are going to be new additions to our Vista ship. But also, you're used to baristas, but what about the Baristas Bakery? We've added the Baristas Bakery. It's going to have an expanded menu of our classic favorites. And we are excited to have more seating where people can really enjoy themselves and enjoy the treats that we provide here. Also, our Aquamar Spa and Vitality Center is again on board the Vista, where you can take your yoga classes, spend a day at the spa, or just relax in the sauna, the whirlpool, or just hanging out on the deck here at the Aquamar Spa and Vitality Center. On our Vista ships, we also have the culinary center, the dining room. So again, for small groups, each person has their own station. And you know, Oceania was the first to have the first cooking school at sea. So we're pretty proud of this concept, and a lot of our clients really enjoy it. Now, again, this is great for those days at sea when you just want something that's a little bit out of the ordinary. But you still want to be relaxed and just have time to yourself as well. So it's a great adventure if your clients have never done that before. And you know what? They can also take time in the artist loft. We have a link digital sitter if they want to upload all of their photos to Facebook or Instagram. Make sure that they tag Oceania Cruises. Or perhaps you have a group that's traveling with us and we need the conference center blocked for you. We can do that as well. So let's talk about a couple of the new additions with our suites and staterooms here in the Vista. Well, first, I wanted to show you the owner suite, which is on decks 8, 9, and 10. Absolutely stunning. And then I wanted to also share with you our concierge class, which is where you're going to have all of your amenities here, and you can have breakfast 24/7. Hot breakfast 24/7, coffee brought to you on your veranda to watch the sunrise. And then the brand new class of room that we have is called the Concierge Solo Veranda Stateroom. It's 270 square feet. It comes with a twin size bed, and this is for your solo travelers. As we move forward, so we launched Vista, and now we come out with our Europe and the Americas collection, which will launch on October the 6th. So this is going to feature 179 itineraries with several new boutique ports across Europe, Greece. It's going to include the Scottish Highlands. There's really a lot of opportunity to see the natural wonders of the British Isles and Ireland, the fjords of Norway, Iceland. There's the Baltic. And this is really going to all be done on Marina and Riviera, which is really going to be spending a lot of their time in the summer on these sought after destinations. So again, Northern Europe, Mediterranean, Greek Isles, and then transatlantic voyages as well. And I'll tell you what's been very, very or trending as far as bookings has been Western Mediterranean. Really the Mediterranean in all of its glory. It's been the Baltic. We have some Eastern Caribbean that's being booked, but we do a lot of grand voyages or longer voyages, if you will. So keep that in mind when your clients are coming to you, but also this launch is really going to propel that because we have so many new dates and itineraries that are going to be released. Okay, so keep that in mind. We also have Alaska, Canada, New England, and Bermuda. Now, this is going to be picture perfect autumn getaways for Canada, New England, along with the Bermuda escapes as well. And we are now sailing out of Boston. We are so excited about that. And we have several new ports as well. One of them is Eastport, Maine. And we're very excited about that. You know, this was actually the place where when one of our ships during the pandemic didn't really have any place to go because no one would let us in, Eastport let us in. Not only that, but they brought baskets full of food and cooked meals and laid them at the gangway for our crew and our staff to pick up to take care of them. So it's a little bit symbolic of our appreciation for their town as well. With Oceania Cruises, you're always going to find exploration. We're always going to have variety, especially in Northern Europe. We have more than we've ever had in Northern Europe. And of course, being immersed truly, truly into that destination. We also have more overnight stays with this rollout. Over 120 overnight stays with this rollout across the board. We are so excited. A lot of our clients, because they want more out of this destination, this region of the world where they're sailing, it's important to them to not only have more time in port, but to have these overnights, to experience more, and to seek the more boutique seaside village ports in addition to the marquee ports as well. When you have a lot of this time there, you're able to curate that travel experience. And in addition to that, you can add in your culinary discovery tours, go local tours. Oceania Cruises has about 10 different types of tours that you can add in to really enhance this experience. And you know what? In the Mediterranean, we also have specific tours for the handicap where there are only ramps, 0 stairs required, 0. So think about that also as if you have clients in that realm, that would be very, very important to them. So we talked about being in Northern Europe. So we were in Northern Europe May through September. And a couple of the itineraries that we have. So here we're going to showcase the Baltics, Scandinavia, and Northern Europe. This is the legendary Baltic shores from Stockholm to Oslo. It's 10 days, and this is on the marina. You know, I'll tell you a couple of things about this particular itinerary. A lot of people are looking to go to St. Petersburg. And one of the reasons that they love St. Petersburg is because we're able to pull into the dock of the English embankment. And right there, you are just steps away from the town center, from the Hermitage Museum. I mean, you are just steps away. And so a lot of people, a lot of our guests are able to start their tours very quickly in St. Petersburg. If you have a lot of time here, which I believe, you know, we stay 2 nights in St. Petersburg here. But if you do have a little bit more time in St. Petersburg, you know, I say take a flight over to Moscow. And instead of making another trip to St. Petersburg, you're able to do a little bit more there. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to end in Oslo. We do have some pre and some post tours that we are able to pull there as well. Another popular itinerary is, again, these longer journeys. So here we have the previous one, which was Stockholm to Oslo, and then we really added on here. And so now we add on and we're going to London. So you'll see that we're going to have a lot more of the northern, the Baltics and Scandinavia that we're adding in here. We still have the Russia, the Tallinn, Helsinki, Copenhagen. A lot of history here, a lot. And very excited about spending so much time in Northern Europe because, again, this is one of our hot topics, right? Now, I told you our clients really, really like to immerse themselves in the destination. So there's a reason why we have itineraries that have very little days at sea. So here you can see that compared to a premium cruise line, we have 1 day at sea and 93 total hours in port. You know, one time I was conversing with a guest and they said, you know, I love that you don't have a lot of days at sea, because if I wanted a lot of days at sea, I think I would just book a transatlantic cruise. And I think they're exactly right, you know. So again, lots of days at sea. And also look at the overnights. Here on this particular itinerary, we have 1 overnight. Sometimes we have 2 and 3. So now we go to April to November, our Mediterranean collection. And this is going to be Bilbao to Rome, the Spanish and the Portuguese treasures. You know, we have, this is going to cover Florence and Pisa, Tuscany. Then you get down into the western side. You have Spain. You have the Basque country, which is northern Spain and France. So all of those traditions and the cultures, you know, they even have their own language there in the Basque country. That's all coming together. So this is a beautiful, beautiful itinerary. And then also you can, again, extend that. And now we add on going to Jerusalem. You have an overnight, not only 2 overnights in Haifa, but you have an overnight in Ashdod as well. There's lots to do here. This is going to pull in a lot of the ancient ruins, okay? A lot of the biblical, the Holy Lands, absolutely gorgeous. And you still are going to have all of the beaches. You have Saint Tropez, and then Sevilla as well, that you're going to overnight. So as we look at a comparison, you can see, again, we're spending 140 hours in port with 0 sea days. Now, of course, if you need to take a day, you know, to yourself, to rejuvenate, to renew, and come back to the next port fresh, absolutely. But our guests want the days in port. Okay, so then we head to North America, May through October, North America. We have Boston to Bridgetown. Remember, we're sailing out of Boston for the very first time. We're very excited. So we're going to stop in Bermuda and then head down to the Caribbean for this particular sailing. 15 days on Insignia in November. And you can see that we have 0 sea days compared to a premium cruise line that's going to have 6 sea days. Okay, 126 hours total in port versus 78. So let's talk about how we can work together in moving forward with some opportunities. Well, one of those is our launch season. Our launch season represents our busiest booking periods. And with our last several launches that we've had, we've continued to set records where our clients are booking so quickly, from our world cruise that sold out earlier this year to our tropics and exotics and our Vista launch. And we expect the same numbers for our 23 Europe and the Americas launch. So what this means for you is to make certain that you are getting the word out to your clients, because they feel that you have all the resources and all the tools, and you know a lot of industry knowledge, right? And you do. So make certain that you are reaching out to them to let them know, hey, I've got this launch coming up. This is the promotion that's going to go with it. This is what we can do. Space is going to be tight. So let's get you booked as soon as possible, right? Also, make certain that you have these dates on your calendar. October 6th, we open for Europe and North America. Now, this is also when we will release our Oceania Cruises exclusive sailing dates for consortia that you are a part of. Typically, you'll have a number of dates that offer specific amenities through your consortia. So make certain that you're on the lookout for that as well. Because another thing that your clients really look forward to is telling them about value, right? That's what they want to know, value. You can be explaining to them, oh, life choice and all that it encompasses, that the internet is included, that airfare is included with 26 major gateways, right? They get to choose shore excursions, the beverage package, or shipboard credit. And on this particular launch, we have an early booking exclusive, which is the $149 premium economy air upgrade that's available for these sailings. But also, value is what binds them to, I really think I want to try Oceania Cruises. So make certain that you're comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges whenever you are giving them overviews of what's included. If you're doing several different lines, the internet's included with Oceania Cruises. All of our specialty restaurants, we are never going to make you pay to experience the finest cuisine at sea. Our room service 24 hours a day, or if you wanted to go dine, you can. Either way, it's country club casual throughout. Our shuttles from port to city center, all of our fitness classes, still and sparkling Vero water, and our soft drinks and all of our specialty coffees. If you wanted to have an Americano at 2 p.m., you can do that. And then also the laundry is going to be included. That's a big value. And at the end of the sailing, we know that we haven't nickeled and dimed your client. And we hold our heads high with that. So another way that you can pull all this together for your clients is to really create some collateral to send out to them, whether it be a customized flyer of a specific sailing or a couple sailings, social media or banner ads. We can help with that. Right now, social media, social selling is very hot. If you need some help with that, I would say reach out to your director of sales, your local BDM, and ask them for some ideas. But also HTML templates, where you have something visual to send to your clients, because the more that they can see what they're missing, the more opportunity there is for them to look, right? So think about that. We want you to connect with us and then act, but it's really all about learning. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to, we're just going to test this out, but I want you to click this QR code, click the QR code with your phone, take a picture of it, and I want you to see what opens up and how easy it is. Now, you do have to be registered with Oceania Cruises really for this to work. So if you're not registered, take that step, go ahead and register, and then you can go ahead and take a picture of it. And this is going to bring you straight to the Oceania Cruises Travel Center marketing portal, where you can go ahead and take either the Oceania Cruises University classes. You can log into the marketing portal for collateral and marketing material, or you can view agency stats, look at your numbers. There's so many things to do here. Ultimately, it's education and it's technology that's all coming together in one. So I appreciate your time today. I want to thank you for having Oceania Cruises present with CLIA today. I know that many of you have your director of sales or your BDM with whom you have a relationship with, and I would encourage you to reach out to them if you have any questions about the launch or about with the Americas and Europe, or with the Vista launch as well. So with that said, thank you so much for having Oceania Cruises today.
Thank you so much, Carrie. And we do have some questions coming in, and I'll invite everybody to keep them coming. Our first one is from John, who is wondering, what is the dress code on board?
Dress code is country club casual, John. So men are, I mean, you definitely don't have to wear a tux unless you want to, or maybe you lost a bet, right? But it's definitely not required. We do ask that men wear a jacket at dinner, but again, not required.
Okay, got it. And our next question is from Heather, who is wondering what the average age of people sailing on board is and if you allow children.
Well, so first, we do allow children. We do allow children. And in Alaska, we have a Youth Explorer program for children specifically, because we do a lot of multi-generational, we do a lot of families, a lot of multi-generational groups in Alaska. But throughout our fleet, we do allow children. As far as the age, the average age, gosh, that's a tough one. And the reason I say that is the regatta class, I would say, might be a little bit older, and oh gosh, I would say maybe about 60, 65. When you get to our Oceania class, and we expect the same for our Vista class, it's going to be younger, perhaps 55, maybe 50. But I will tell you that we are getting a lot more wine groups, mom groups, women groups. Uh, when I sailed in 2017 and 2019, I sailed on the marina, and I will tell you there were a lot of I would guess 40s to 50s groups there. They were very interested in the wine. A lot of the wine pairings, at La Reserve, they like the trendiness of the wine pairings in La Reserve. They like the food because all of that is really becoming a trend, right? And they get time to themselves, and they're not smothered with tons of people because, again, our ships are a lot smaller. So it's going to vary a little by ship as far as age. But I will tell you that I think some of our true followers that are going to be a little bit older, that's going to be on the regatta class.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. And our next question is from Richard, and I believe you mentioned this at the beginning of the presentation, but can you just reiterate, what are the COVID requirements for passengers and crew?
Right, so COVID requirements is that everyone, our guests, our crew, and our staff must be vaccinated. This also includes children. If children are sailing with us, they must be vaccinated. You also need a negative test. You can take it ahead of time, or you can take a test there at embarkation. We do have the embarkation testing, but you can absolutely test ahead of time. I believe it's 72 hours. I would also make certain that you check our website for any updates to any protocols regarding this. We keep them updated constantly on our website, oceaniacruises.com, and at the very top of our website, you'll see a sail safe link, and you can go there for the latest updates.
Okay, got it. That is a great resource. Our next question from Richard, are gratuities included in packages?
Gratuities are not included. I would look at your consortia dates, your exclusive consortia dates, to see what they offer, because that's where, again, you're going to find those amenities that you can use on select dates that your consortia has chosen. But gratuities are not going to be included on standard.
Okay, got it. And it looks like those are all of our questions. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And thank you, Carrie, for all of that wonderful information.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your week.